Hello, everybody. Welcome to another inspiring episode of Resilience+RISE, the podcast that celebrates extraordinary individuals who transforms challenges into a profound opportunities for growth and impact. It's based on my upcoming book, Resilience+RISE, 26.2 Transformative Miles to Unleash Your Marathon of Mind Life Mindset. It's out to be in early 2025. This space or this podcast is dedicated to empowering you to rise, not despite adversity, but because of it. My name is Thomas Scaria. I'm a coach, I'm an ultra marathoner, and a relentless believer in your most powerful chapter. Each week, we dive into the stories of remarkable people who have redefined resilience and inspire hope, offering you motivation to shatter the limits and embrace your next breakthrough. Today, what I just said at this point of time, I'm so honored to introduce to you Liga Chacón Hernández. Sorry if I got that pronunciation incorrect, but here I am with Ligia. She's a teacher, a martial artist, and most importantly, she's an advocate with an extraordinary journey. Ligia answered the calling to teach out for her love of people, but especially to children, and her desire to transform education by fostering meaningful connection between teachers, students, and parents. Beyond the classroom, Ligia has got passion that extends to martial arts, where she's earned a black belt into Taekwondo, weaving discipline and focus into the martial arts. I don't want to go on saying, but I want Ligia to get onto this particular element. Her story, if you listen to it, it's one of courage, transformation. She did not have it easy. She's a survivor of severe depression, anorexia nervosa. I don't know if I'm saying that disease right. Ligia turned the pain into power by sharing her journey and advocating for others similar facing similar battles. Her mantra is everything is possible with a passionate heart and a willing mind. It's a testament to her resilience and unwavering drive. So let's get inspired by Ligia's journey by turning the struggles into strength. So, with this, Ligia, welcome to the podcast. Thank you.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here today. I mean, this is an honor for me, an opportunity also to so that people can know more about what is really resilience, right? And how is resilience in real life? Because we talk a lot about that, but let's see how it goes with our life, right? Thank
True.
you so much. I'm really honored and grateful with you.
So,
Oh.
guys, sorry, Ligia, sorry about that, but
Mhm.
how I connected with Ligia was on LinkedIn. That's the platform I connected with her. What I saw was profound small clips, slices of life, which she puts out, and her thoughts. This is nothing which is very profound or stoic or high philosophy or anything like that, but simple day-to-day happenings around, which touches deep within to a human. So the question which comes up at this point of time, Ligia, is that if you could give us a short journey about who you were, the challenges that you
Mhm.
faced, whether it was depression and anorexia, or whether it has been the challenges of which I've heard about your mother facing cancer and
Mhm.
your own challenges. So, how did what happened from Ligia the person to Ligia the enigma?
Thank you so much. So my story is every story is particular, right? But my story is more about I mean, uh, I was like, you know, I was the oldest of our siblings, and then I was always worried about my parents' problems and everything. So maybe that is why suddenly, like when I was 19 years old, I start having some eating disorders. At the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize because, by that time or some years ago, there was not a lot of awareness about this. But even I didn't get any treatment. I
Mm-hmm.
just start having problems like health problems. So I start noticing all my, not me, but maybe my parents started noticing that I was losing weight. I was losing hair. I was getting sick. I was like always inside my room. I didn't want to have any social contact with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I was studying at the university. I was
Mm-hmm.
studying for being a teacher. So they start getting like worried about me. When I was like 21, my weight was like 37 kilograms, something
Wow.
like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so my body was like, if you could see my body was, you only could see the bones of my body. So of course I have abdominal pain, like I was doing a lot of exercise at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I was restricting myself of eating. Uh, Mostly, my blood pressure was always low. So my mom stopped giving me some like injections of vitamin because she was really worried about me. Later, like when I was like in the third year of my career, I was starting like getting into depression stage. So I was getting some counseling from my university. So the psychologist said to my mom, okay, I think she needs to stay for some weeks in the hospital because she's losing weight, she's not gaining weight, she's getting depressed, she's getting a lot of like certain stages of anxiety too. So my mom said, my responsibility is really big. So I am really worried about you. You need to go and stay in the hospital. So I was so concerned about my career. So then I decided, I don't know, but it was a decision guided by God. So I said to my mom, see, mom, I promise you, I'm going to try to get recovered by myself because we didn't have like, there were not so many resources, to get help
Mm-hmm.
for eating disorder. So unfortunately, we didn't have enough money also to pay a private clinic or something. So I said to Mama, I would like to if you give me the opportunity to show you that I can recover by myself, because if I stay in the hospital, so I need to give up in my career. I will have to, like stop my courses, like giving up my university. I didn't want that because my parents also, they make a very big effort for me to study. So then I decided to start eating a little bit, like to, sleep a little bit more. But everything was like, I remember during that time I was doing that because not only I wanted to study, but also I saw my mom very, very sad. So I didn't want her to be sad or to be also depressed because of me. So I started like trying to recover, doing less exercise, because one of the problems that you have when you have this kind of eating disorder, you try to study, and I was a hard, hard. I was trying to be a good student also, but sometimes I lost my memory. So for example, you study
Oh,
something,
okay.
you go to the exams, and when you start writing, I remember I was forgetting everything. I was forgetting, so I was so scared. So I remember I sat in front of my test, and then I say, "Oh no, I need to remember." So that were like the first signs that scared me. I mean,
Mm.
I couldn't continue that way because I really want to finish my career. And also, I was studying. because I have my parents' support, but also I have a scholarship at my university for this scholarship. So you need to get in every single subject, you need to get like 92 for your grades, shouldn't be less than 92. So my
Mm-hmm.
responsibility was also to get good grades, right? So then I was doing some a little bit more of efforts to get better, right? And then I said, okay. I remember I met during that time. I met two psychologists because I was studying also education. So there were two psychologists, and they say to me, um, do you study English? Yes, I'm studying English. So they say to me, I heard something about that you have been sick or something. And then I said to them, why? Because we are making a research on eating disorder. So I would like you to give a kind of speech in front of an audience and to talk to them about your
Mm-hmm.
eating disorder. You- Believe me. And now I'm talking like naturally about my disease, but during those times, for me, just talking about that, it was really, really difficult. But I decided to do this, and I think that is when my journey to inspire others began, because I decided, okay, if I share my journey with others, I show them that healing is possible, right? So then I support others going through the same disease. And then I raise awareness also about this disease, because there was kind of a stigma about this disease, right? People didn't know a lot about this. So then I gave my speech in front of that audience, and then they were really grateful with me. But for me, the most important thing was to help others. And then
Beautiful.
I realized that I was starting to be a teacher. Then this is another part of my teaching experience, right? If I am with kids, I need to support them, not only in terms of eating disorders, but in terms of inspiring them to love themselves. If they need if they feel depressed, sorry, or if they feel anxious or something like that, I can talk to them. I can you motivate them to talk to your parents or to talk to any professional, right? So my journey, of course, it was difficult, and fortunately, and I finished my career. And I don't know, my parents were really, really proud of me.
So
Uh, be-
you're sorry, Ligia, you're talking about you finished your education for your becoming
yeah,
a teacher. Okay.
yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
finished. I studied for 6 years
Mm-hmm.
in the university, so I finished my 6 years. I don't know, but it was like a miracle, honestly, because sometimes, I went to the whole university process with eating disorders, all the years, because I didn't get totally recover later until I was like 26 or something like that. I
Okay.
started having like some treatment, but it was really difficult because I was getting, all my courses. I was like getting 8 courses every semester, and
Okay.
I had the responsibility to get more than 92 in any course, but I finished, fortunately. So then I I learned that, of course, resilience is what makes us faith, and resilience is what makes us like use any obstacle as an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, right? Any opportunity is not that you are not feeling the challenge, it's not that you are not feeling the weight of the challenge, but you are carrying
Mm-hmm.
the weight with grace and purpose. So you have a purpose for any challenge, right? Of course, I am a passionate teacher because I love kids, and the most important part, I always say to people, you need to teach academics to kids, right? You need to like to transmit your knowledge to them, but most importantly, what you should do is to inspire kids, to care
Okay.
about them, to teach values to them. So I think teaching is, even when It is not like a very recognized major. I really love it. I really love it. I love to work with children, even with adolescents, because adolescents also they need support also. And I remember once someone said to me, "What do you care more about, kids or children?" And you talk about mental health. And then I said to them, if you give the kids and the adolescents the tools to be healthy, mentally healthy, right? They are going to be healthier adults, right? It's not that
True.
you are not disappearing the problems, right? But you are
Hmm.
giving them the tools and the love, mainly the love that they need to, so that they believe in themselves and they grow into healthier adults. So that is one of my greatest missions in life, to support kids in their health, mental health.
Super.
So it is,
So here when I come in is that what I heard is that initially when you started, you realized that you got the power to inspire people. You
yeah.
went on building up your own resilience with faith, and you went and you
Hmm.
you fueled that energy of your learning for education and getting into teaching young children and adolescents on how exactly to handle or to get become better, stronger adults.
Yeah, exactly.
If I ask Ligia as the person, where do you get that energy from? What do you do? Because
Mhm.
yeah, it is good that we can go and say, okay, you got to do this thing, you got to do that particular thing,
Yeah,
you can inspire people, but then there has to be a fire within your own self. So if you could
exactly.
take a few minutes on telling me that what fuels you. I know you love children, you love teaching,
Yeah.
you are a walking testament of what you have been doing, but what do you believe in that makes Ligia the
Mhm.
person talking to?
Of course, all our strength comes from God. There is
Okay.
no there is no doubt about it, right?
Hmm.
But apart from that, I'm a person, I mean, my parents were very loving and caring people, both of them. I learned with them that if you love people, no matter what, if you want to spread love and kindness, and it should be authentic, it's not that I'm just talking about it. If
True.
you are authentically kind and loving, you can do and you can reach whatever you want. You can reach whatever you want. If you talk to someone who is really sad, but if you talk to that person with love, the person is gonna understand, is gonna feel better, right? If
True.
you spread your love and your kindness in front of an audience, but you're authentic, even if you don't speak their language, they're gonna feel
Mhm.
your energy, right? Your
True.
energy, because everything comes from within, right? So
Hmm.
my driving power comes from love, from the, because see, even if you have all the knowledge, right, but if you know how to transmit the love and the kindness that you have inside, you cannot do it. You cannot do it, right? We need all the resources we need, but mainly I also believe if you want to spread anything, whatever you want to spread, it should be authentic. If you see you want to ask
Yeah,
me
sorry,
something?
sorry. I just got lost over there, Ligia. Is that it's not that so? But the thing, what happens is that yeah, we say it is easy to love. It is easy to say kindness, but sometimes there are
Mhm.
times wherein you yourself feel depleted because you had the challenge of facing depression. You
Yeah,
had the
of
challenge
course.
of wherein your mother was battling cancer. You had
Mhm.
challenges about different elements in your life.
Yeah,
So it is easy for people to say, yeah, you got to love and you got to kind. Okay, it shows matter. But at times when you yourself feel depleted, what do you
yeah,
do?
that is true. That is true. That is true. I don't know, but what I feel is this. See, because some people ask me about this. Since I was sick, and I was very sick, so sick that even the doctors believed that I was not going to go through my disease.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I was like a miracle. Even my relatives believe that. So I think my sickness had a very big purpose. But mainly, see, when you have been sick about with different uh, like physical and mental problems, you grow a lot of compassion, a lot of understanding.
Okay.
After I was sick, I was taking care of the elderly, like my kid's great grandmother. She was like 80, 90 years old. I was taking care
Mm-hmm.
of her. And I remember when she was talking to me, I understood what she was feeling. It was so easy for me to understand that she was feeling
Mm-hmm.
sick, that she was feeling pain, because you have grown that compassion and that kindness and that understanding. Because see,
Okay.
if you want to help others, of course, sometimes I'm not saying that I was not feeling depressed. It is something that you cannot disappear just by magic. But I always say we need to have like three things. First of all, you have to listen without judgment, right? That means you need to be understanding. Second of all, you have to validate others' feelings, right? You have to have empathy, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to encourage openness, right? You need to be open to listen and to talk and to understand, because every person that is showing, or every kid, every adolescent who is showing uh, a particular behavior is because of something. There's a reason behind that. So I don't tend to I don't tend to judge. I don't tend to judge. And even when sometimes I feel like, sometimes we feel weak as every human being, right? But I also believe God never, never, never forget about us. He's there with us, guiding us.
Mm-hmm.
And also the love of people around us help us to understand that if you are here, it's because of a reason. You have a mission, right? Or maybe you don't have a mission, you have several missions. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think that's my way of like recovering, maybe you during a day you can go like different ups and downs, but
Mm-hmm.
then you think, okay, I was down, then I need to go up. It's just you need to change your mindset. You need to change the way you perceive life. Like, I remember a professor, he was a philosophy professor, and he said
Mm-hmm.
to me, see, if you want to see life through in a different way, just change your glasses. Change your glasses. It was a very good lesson for me. So if you change your glasses, you're gonna see life through a different perspective,
Okay.
right? So my perspective is always based on love,
Beautiful.
compassion,
I, I think
empathy,
so.
understanding.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's so
So
simple. I don't know why.
no, 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 no. Because see, the thing is, yes, it sounds simple, but again, when you talked about the first one, listening without judgment, I believe that's a
Yeah,
very difficult one for a lot of people, because the moment people are
yeah,
listening, the first thing they want to do is they want to give a advice.
yeah.
They want to tell
That is
that, you
true.
know what, you got to do this thing, or got to do that particular thing.
Hmm.
So that's
Hmm.
where I think so a lot of times the challenges happen.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
second one which you mentioned is being empathetic, understanding what they're
Hmm.
going through.
Hmm.
Okay, so these both these values are very, very important, and that's, I believe, when I look at your LinkedIn, the number of people who are following you, because that's it shows clearly that the love that you have, and there may be thousands of people, thousands and thousands of people who you may never know, but they're
Yeah.
your followers because they see
Hmm.
what you're doing. So, of course, I also got into it, and I was very, very much, and it's for me, it is such a beautiful honor that I'm talking to you, and it is coming on. But now the question which I'm coming, Ligia, is that so you got these particular elements. You are a teacher. You have got, you are also a goodwill ambassador,
Hmm.
and Yep. So if I say that what's now it is coming to 2025, it is on 2025. What are your goals that you look forward to?
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this year. That is why I always write to everyone in LinkedIn. This is gonna be a phenomenal year. This is gonna be
Okay.
phenomenal. And why? You know, God has given me the opportunity to be part of different, like, for example, as you said before, I'm ambassador for App School, right? I'm ambassador for My Body is My Body, which is another kind of purpose, right? To help children.
Hmm.
Also, now I'm also part, I haven't told you, but I'm also part of Global HSE Leaders Network. And they also like connect professionals and experts. And they are committed to excellence in health, in safety, and also environment. So
Okay. Hmm.
if we work together in all these things, we can. I maybe some people say you are dreaming. Okay, I like to dream. I believe in dreams, and if you work in all these areas, you can mix them all, help more people, and raise awareness about different issues that are going on in the world. So I always
Hmm.
believe we can make this world a better place. If I got the opportunity last year to work as ambassador of a school, so this year I'm thinking about getting more involved in this uh, platform, online platform, to help more teachers, to help more kids. I would like to be a volunteer also this year. I don't know, but it's one of the things I dream about, to go to Nepal and or India and be a volunteer and teaching like for some days. So, because you know there are kids that they don't have all the resources to get education, right? So I would love to go there or anywhere um, I can reach, but I would really like to go there to spread more about all these topics that we are talking about now. This is just one idea that I gave to you.
One idea. In fact, I was just like, I'm just trying to get my breath. Like, wow, she's got a lot of things on her plate, which is good, which is
Yeah,
commendable.
that is true.
But I would just think about is that, of course, you're fueling it with all your love, compassion, empathy, etc. One of the last questions, just being mindful of the time before we leave. What is what are few suggestions that you will like to give people, if because you are already a goodwill ambassador, you are a person who inspires, you are a person who motivates, but using this platform, is there some piece of a suggestion that you would like to the general audience to listen to?
Of course, I have many things in mind, but first of all, I will say, since I started in this community of LinkedIn, one of the things I have as a purpose, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to start connecting people all over the world because also I love cultures, different cultures. So I will say to people, if you connect to others, try to be authentic. Try to be
Hmm.
authentic. It's not only about that you get support, it's more about supporting others. If you support others, see, automatically you will get support sooner or later, because that
Okay.
is my experience. That is my
Okay.
experience. There are people who need more than others, but you just think that others also need support. Don't think just about yourself. We need to be authentic. If you're supporting others in LinkedIn, if you are giving comments, if you are like motivating people, say it from your heart. Do it from your heart. See, if you help others to grow, you will see the results. You're going to grow with them sooner or later. And not only that, see the fulfillment that you get when you support others is amazing. I mean, I have seen people growing in LinkedIn through the years. And I mean, I feel so happy to see them that they are now like growing. This is not about followers. This is not about us. This is about growing as a community and help each other, right? So it is thinking about the others. But being authentic, I will say, is like the goal. Be authentic.
Beautiful. So, guys, what we just heard was few of amazing nuggets from Ligia. First is, I'll just repeat again, is that filling yourself with love, filling yourself with kindness, listening without judgment, being empathetic, and just now what she mentioned, one of the most important value-based as lesson being is that being authentic connection, whether it is on LinkedIn or whether it is otherwise, it is about being of a purpose to another human.
Yeah.
And as I believe that even this particular podcast is all about that particular, if I can help another human or another person to see things in a different way. What we just saw was Ligia did not get it easy. She had her own challenges, but the change came in when she decided she wanted to change. She decided, I want to help rather than allowing my body to be wasted. And that's when she defined her purpose. So, Ligia, with this, I would like to come to the end of this conversation. I would like to say a huge thank you for the person
Mm.
you are and giving me this time and space. And thank you so very much, Ligia, for everything that you just did. And I sincerely hope it resonates with people because it has resonated with me. And of course, we will be
Thank you
in
so
touch.
much.
Okay. And thank you again. And as we are just starting the year, wish you all the best. And if there's, of course, any particular support I can play around with, I'll be more than willing to do that. Okay.
Thanks to you. Thanks to
Thank
you.
you.
I'm be honored to be with you here today.
Thank you, Ligia.
Bye bye.